version
So,
one day. See how
who
they.
wants
Yeah.
to give me a recap on what we missed? Anybody? I will pick somebody if nobody volunteers.
So our last session, we basically finished the battle, and then we had to catch this long-eared weirdo. Yeah.
I resent that remark.
You resemble that remark.
Yes.
And
If I
then
strike that verse, yes.
basically, yeah. And then basically, yeah, we kind of
I set up
started
camp for the
to,
evening.
yeah, we
Yes, I
basically set up
remember.
camp
I
for the evening after the
remember.
battle.
I remember that specifically because of this.
Because of this?
Oh God!
Oh, the music. Send me a link to that music because, admittedly, that actually sounded pretty cool.
Danganronpa.
I can get it. One sec.
Thank you.
It is
I was gonna
Monokumo's
say,
tutoring. It's literally called Monokumo's tutoring.
oh, sweet. I was gonna say, if there was no music that was
Or
gonna be brought
it's
up, I would have
extracurricular
suggested.
lesson.
I would have suggested Edge from Dot Hack, because that's also a pretty good theme too. I think
Dot
that's either
Hack
the
is
beginning.
fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's.
The reason why
Mhm.
I picked the Danganronpa one is
Mhm.
because whenever that music comes up, when you're playing that game, you know somebody's about to die.
Okay. Well, I mean, I almost died. I landed on my back.
Me looking at my health compared to everybody else. Asami!
Everybody's at full
Clearly.
health. What are you talking about? So, and yeah, you guys managed to find yourself a new companion, which is Yuto. And during the camp RP, you managed to. This is the thing that I will always permit in my campaigns: is that things can change in the world in camp RP. In this case, you managed to change Yuto, who was openly suspicious / outwardly hostile towards you, to being more willing to work with you guys now. And if you noticed, Cassandra didn't get involved in the talks with Yuto, was because she is busy elsewhere.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask where was Cassandra the whole time.
In other news, one of my friends has expressed an interest in wanting to join the campaign, so I'll keep you guys up to date on that. If he does join the campaign, I will be pulling Cassandra out, because then you guys will have a full party, essentially, of 5 players.
Okay.
And I only have the DM campaign DM NPC there to help you guys with the encounters.
Oh, wow.
So another thing I do need to check as well here in a moment is I will bring you guys over to the scene where you were. And I believe we were here. Double check, make sure. Yep, we were here. You have 3 captives, by the way. And activate. And now everybody is here.
Yo.
Let me
Awesome.
adjust the music, and then you guys are free to roleplay while I do some calculations.
Sweet.
Great. Yuto, would you like to finish our little RP?
Oh yes, absolutely. No, I mean, I'm just reminding myself of the last thing that was written there.
Yeah.
The
So
Michael-
basically, at this point, you know, Hiroshi's still in his tent.
Asami is meditating, and she is not listening to what's going on around her.
That's all right. I cut. Okay, I see what. Yeah, so like I said, I end up last entry that I did, I was just going back, revealing the mask that I put together. Essentially, character, think of Haku's mask, essentially along those lines, but just with bluer markings instead of red. Nightcaller, Night Furious, deity, believe in. They're attacking back and forth.
Okay.
Yuto was like quietly listening to what Simon was referring to as far as Nightcaller, so it wasn't referred by the species, but more so the deity. But then they could hear the voice growing rather solemn about the lore behind all of that, the generations and everything, and just you couldn't help but feel like probably, though he hit it on the outside, inside he could sort of sense a bit of empathy for the guy, because like, you know, like so any kind of tragedy, especially whether godly in lore or just like among family members or anything like that, is still a tragedy all the same. And then, of course, he blinks when he's hearing about how there's nothing wrong with defensive options. Is the Sarah or ma'am thing, are you referring to like be a guy or a girl, or are you asking if I'm a boy or a girl? Like, it's not me asking, it's just like, because I'm just like looking at text there. Nothing wrong with defensive options, either Sarah and or ma'am.
Yeah, he is essentially, he doesn't know what Yuto's gender is, and he doesn't want to assume, so he's going sir and or ma'am.
Ah, excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, so knowing that now, which is good, so now I can finally go to it like this. Yuto like couldn't help but just let out a snicker of his own, albeit a bit stifled, and he kind of blushes a little bit. Because very rarely, like when people ever spot him and everything, like most of the time they say there he is, like people chase him. But then on occasion, like people point out, like say there she is after her and everything. He couldn't help but just stifle because like it's funny how he really does tend to have his mother's effeminate figures and everything that he inherited from her over the years. And underneath all like the common clothing or even the actual armor if he were wearing it. But he just simply, but he wouldn't exactly wear that up. He would certainly like correct Simon, excuse me, but quite afterwards. But in the meantime, he said think these are only. Yeah, he just he couldn't help but blush just like slightly, just smile, like just snicker a bit before like focus on like the weapons there. So nothing more. Oh, you're offering the mask is correct. He blinks just upon hearing the offer. He just shyly looks down like at his mask, the particular attraction to it. Just thinking about it, let's see. It's something that I've made for myself a few years ago. It's what's protected me. When I haven't had my weapon out, when I haven't had my weapon out to protect me before, then this would always keep me in cover, especially in the snowy climates of Hyoshin, the likes of which I'm far away from now. You could say I'm about as lost as you could get from here. But I've always figured as long as it hasn't fully broken, it'd be just fine, but I've often worried if it would break. He just shyly like folds his hand paws a little bit or sort of shuffles his mask his hand paws a bit. You were really willing to offer to fix it?
Well, of course, darling.
Are you shouting
Gender-neutral,
across the
darling.
camp at each other? Because I see Simon's all the way over there, Yuto's all the way over there. Are you yelling at each other over across the camp?
I think, just to kind of clarify, I think the conversation was kind of happening,
Yeah.
kind of near Simon and Hiroshi's tents.
Then you're
Oh.
you're talking to be over here. Wee.
Wow, I got really quiet near me.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. We were just focused on the rope, but not the map. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yelling across the camp and each other.
Just okay, out of character, be so hilarious. Would you be willing to raise my mask? No.
Of
But yes, I
course,
just.
darling.
Right. So yeah, and just for like for clarity's sake, so like when Hiroshi was going to the to the fire to get the bowl of stew, before he had actually walked over, kind of to like this side, so so Yuto could see him fill the bowls before walking back to him. So that way,
Oh,
you
nice.
kind of get the idea of where everything was.
Hmm. If you were walking back, if you were walking like back to your tent, like beside us, just silently there, if that's the case, then I sort of catch like a glimpse out of the corner of my eye, but I don't entirely react. Like I just know, like yeah, you're still wrapping up, retiring to your tent for the evening, as it were. But
Yeah,
ultimately, I'm
this-
still.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, at this point, he's kind of, sitting outside of his tent, just kind of, meditating in prayer. But he is still, you can kind of see his, his ears are perked up, just kind of listening to the conversation, even as he's meditating.
Yeah, it's very nice. But yes, I am reluctant. At first, Yuto's reluctant and wanting to give up his mask only because he's never more so been used to like wanting to share things with anybody aside from time with people who he thought was going to help him before or like have him hiring as assassin once before. But then oftentimes, almost all the time, like he'd always be either like tossed aside or would just be like a trick, like to try and like attack him or something like that. So something like this, which is sounding rather genuine. He's not sensing any hostility from Simon, but it still feels a bit out of place to be offered any kind of kindness at all. So he shyly still looking in the gaze of Simon, slowly offers up the mask with a couple of cracks on it into Simon's wing/hand paws there. And then he speaks up, assuming that they're going to sense like any history on the mask in particular, because, as he's about to explain, before you ask, yes, I know they're the kind of masks that those hunter-assassins guilds of many other towns and many other villages tend to craft for themselves and wear. Nothing against them, though. I don't support them in particular, but I figure best way to try and face our own fears, or to face your own enemies, is to blend in just like them. A silly theory, I know, but so far it's kept me away from trouble ever since. Though for how long, I don't know.
Simon just kind of shrugs, turns the mask over, looks at it in a little bit greater detail, sets the one he's working on aside. And he goes, so, a couple of quick questions then. I don't know that I have any white paint, but the glue that I do have, it is an opaque sort of off-white-ish. I don't know if it'll blend in quite as much as you would like, but worst case, you can always just paint over it. I'm sure you'll find something.
I'm sure that could suffice. Even if some sort of material doesn't work as far as appearance in the slightest right away, it's functionality that's important. Any cosmetics otherwise can always be applied later if need be. Although considering most pastes are rather white in nature, I assume that it can certainly suffice.
Just so. I suppose I'll set my little hobby aside for now, and I'll get to work on an actual project that rather matters to somebody else. And he's gonna curl slightly and reach and drag his pack from where it was leaned against his side around in front of him to dig through and pull out just some more general woodworker's tools, measurements, some sanding stuff, for when he fills in the crack. This way it's not like jagged and uneven. And he gets out his wood crafter's tools, which has a little thing of glue, and he begins repairing the mask.
I blush. Yuto blushes once again, being told that this is something that's rather important. And normally when people say that, that's more so like, well, it's so important to you. But like, he hears that for like other townsfolk when he's heard that, people saying that to each other, like as he's like hidden in crowds and everything. But hearing like that from someone like Simon, once again, no hostility, no mockery or anything. He could tell that Simon was genuine, wanting to try and help someone out, even if this person was a total stranger to them and everything. And so he just like sort of looks off a bit, I guess, probably embarrassed because he wouldn't exactly know how to handle like all this sort of kindness and everything like that just to help someone out. And so he just simply stands there timidly and just nods like very faintly as if to try and be subtle in his thank you.
Perfect.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's what I do.
As you guys are discussing and talking, you have a few that wander on over. And you see it's Brutus and Erica who walk over, and they're looking at the group pointedly rather than at Simon. And it's Brutus that speaks up with his arms crossed as usual. So, are you really going to try and take the fight to the Blackwoods and their castle? Or is this just like a charity work?
Hiroshi, I think we need you for this one.
Hiroshi hears that, kind of stands up and heads over to where the other two are speaking,
And Asami allegedly, but she seems busy.
Cassandra looks over and sees they're gathering up. He goes, Sami, drop what you're doing. Let's get over there and see what's going on.
Hmm? She opens an eye and looks. If I must.
Big Zan energy there. I'll do what I can, but expect very little.
No. The energy is I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I ain't doing fucking shit.
Yuto's ears stand up on end only just for a moment when Brutus just immediately calls practically Hiroshi and soon basically everyone over, just like gathered around. It's only just for the second because instinctively, whenever anyone crowds around Yuto as well, he figures like, oh god, is somebody going to attack me? But then he tries to gather his heart afterwards. Like, again, keeping a relatively calm exterior, but also trying his best not to use his long rabbit legs to like hop out anywhere. He just stays where he is. Like, okay, nobody's trying to attack. He's just saying that to himself and everything and just observing what's going on silently.
Simon will kind of glance at Yuto and go, my goodness, you look jumpy.
He then looks at Simon, blinks for a moment, then just sighs, and then opens one eye with a small blip. I am a rabbit folk, so what do you expect?
I try not to have expectations.
Ask again. Are you guys seriously thinking about taking on the Blackwoods, or is this just charity work?
Oh no, we are planning on taking on the Blackwood gang.
Then you need to know a few things. First, it's not just you're not just going to find Xerxes up in that castle. No, he's got a few others with him.
Aren't his family there?
Yes, and a few others that you need to know about.
Yes.
Like?
Calvin, Irina, and Xerxes is usually, what was it, 6 to 7 personal guards, I think, and almost all the bandits in the Blackwoods are loyal to him. Calvin is the fanatic, some sort of a cleric, believes the quote-unquote light will save them all. Nobody really knows what he worships, and do correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just, spitballing from memory. Those who heal are his acolytes, but Irina is a necromancer, and thus expect a lot of undead. She's not typically far from Xerxes, and...
Actually, she's not one that raises undead. She's...
Oh.
Necromancer, yeah, but
She does golems.
she doesn't raise undead. She's a golemancer.
Ugh.
Well, flesh golems still count.
Yes.
Yuto blinks. Golemancer. I've heard of
The one
mancers
you
of
gotta
other
worry
elements.
the one you gotta worry about the most is Iron Hand.
Oh, what about him?
Iron Hand is the personal instructor for every single Blackwood bandit.
Ah. So I have to credit him for the lack of ability these people have. Got it.
From what I remember, you're the one that keeps going down the most, so you don't have any room to talk.
Simon, Simon, who had just, innocently looked up and off to the side so that he didn't have to say that himself.
Listen.
So you're bragging. Iron Hand will kick your ass by yourself if you try to go up against him. I don't care if you're the Grand Master of your monastery. So I'm going to tell you a bit about Iron Hand, and you're going to listen. I don't want to hear you bragging. This guy will kill you if you don't pay attention, so pay attention. Iron Hand is a veteran. He fought in 6 wars. He's also a personal attendant for Bedlam. So he's also the one that's been training the raiders. Now you see why you shouldn't just underestimate him? But
Simon nods,
He ain't
applying
so-
glue to the crack.
he ain't so, let's say, chummy with Bedlam, seeing so many innocent people being killed, you know? You might be able to talk him down, if you know what to say.
Okay.
The same goes for any of them other than Irina. Even Xerxes. The reason they're doing this, you've seen how the villages look out here, right? How everybody's starving to death. That's why. If you can play your cards right, you'll be able to get a bunch of folks You might be able to get the bandits to stop being bandits. You hear what I'm saying?
Dude,
I, in fact, hear what you are saying.
These folks are my friends, and even though I had to carry out the bodies out of the fort, I did enjoy it. If we can not kill as many of my friends as we can, I'd greatly appreciate it, boss.
Simon nods and points across the camp and goes, I do intend to bring them some food. I'm just going to finish mending this here first.
All right, so Xerxes, he's the one that you. Xerxes, he's the one at the top, right? He's never alone. I told this to Simon already, and I told to you guys. He's never alone. He never will be alone. Though in battle, you might be encountering distractions, shall we say, and they're not always the predictable kind. Rena, I have no idea what the fuck she does. She doesn't ever come to the castle. She stays off in some tower off in the middle of the wilderness. As for Iron Hand, he's always right outside of the cathedral where Calvin lives. Calvin never leaves that damn cathedral, by the way. Some of us have made jokes to say that he lives, eats, and breathes religion. If you got any questions about any of the ones I mentioned, now is the time to ask.
What does Iron Hand typically wear? Is he a plate mail
Armor.
welder? Is he leather armor? What are we talking about here?
He used to serve in 6 wars, like I said. That basically means he's a military commander. He's often in heavy plate mail or half plate. He's
Okay.
also a man at arms. Do you know what that means? Or
Means
rather, I
he's got
should say
his
he's a
weapon.
weapon master.
Oh, well.
The archers that shoot at you, he trained them. The brutes like me, he trained them. The regular bandits, he trained them. The pistol wielding sword captains you've been fighting, he trained them.
To use the phrase "don't take him lightly" would be an understatement, I imagine. Yuto says
And-
silently.
He points at you. You got a smart head in your shoulders, kid.
All right, let's talk about
In-
Xerxes. What sort
Yeah.
of armor are we expecting on him?
He wears full plate, including a helmet.
Any specific weapons he prefers?
He uses a tower shield and he wields a great sword.
Interesting combo.
How did he manage that?
What armor I don't know exactly how, but the men seem to think that his armor is enchanted or his weapon's enchanted. Either way, I've seen him hold a line against 1,000 soldiers trying to break into his castle before, using only just a small wall of warriors and himself. It was impressive, to say the least, and it bolstered our spirits. Just being around the guy makes you want to fight harder.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Well, do any of you have
Yep.
any questions?
I do not.
He thinks about it for a moment before looking up towards the party. Obviously, going up front directly would be full-on suicide. What would be the best approach for a situation like this?
Go in the back. You try to go through the front gate, you're going to deal with at least 1,000 of those frickin' Blackwoods.
now
He nods.
another question. Did you say they have captives?
If they do have captives, you'll find them in the prisons down in the back.
But they would not use those captives as any sort of shields, would they?
Xerxes and Xerxes, Calvin, and Ironhand sure as hell wouldn't. Irina, another story entirely.
Important to know.
Ah, I can see the forming mask of tragedy above Verena. Hers is a doomed love.
Rumor has it that she has some kind of bargain with some kind of undead spellcaster in the Deadlands to the east.
You say that we are not to kill any of your friends. How many of whom we get over there must we spare? How many of them must we terminate, if any?
I don't care less what you do with the Steelwind Raiders. They're the bitches here. But the Blackwoods, we're just trying to make it so our people don't just starve to death in the damn streets and the villages.
I would say for the Blackwoods, only kill if we must. If there's
It'll
no
be
other
easier if you want to get the Blackwood family to stand down, including their instructor. Killing as few of our people as possible would help you.
So a shredder chance of liberalism for the Blackwoods. And if they resist or try to prove hostile,
Do you know how to strike someone non-lethally, Yuto? Just curious.
he looked at his own hand paws. It's hard to try and attack non-lethally when everyone else is trying to attack you otherwise.
It's very
The only thing to do is to either defend. The only thing to do is to either defend yourself, or just hope that you can be the last one standing.
Let me see that map of yours, Simon. The
Oh,
one
of
that
course.
you've been piecing together.
Here you go. Here's my copy.
He takes the map and he's looking it over, and he shows it to Simon. He points to the areas missing. This is where you need to go if you want to go into the back. Currently missing. Likely find at the next camp. That one is more heavily defended than this one was. This one was considered a light camp. That one's considered a heavy camp. Don't expect to be able to just sneak in like you did this one.
Oh, honestly, I didn't expect this to work either, really. Oh.
So, he hands the map back to Simon.
Thank you.
Blackwood Castle has a back way in. It's literally a docks. You want to get in there, you gotta know the right people. I'd say we should deal with the camps before we head over to that stronghold. I can lead you to the back entrance, and I know the right way to get us in. Let's just say a few folks ain't so happy with the Raiders right now.
Wonderful.
Yuto nods to himself, folding his arms and just listening in and paying attention to the map, rather impressed and everything. Separate the herd mentality.
Another bit of advice. If you see a 12-foot tall gnoll with red eyes and a bright red mane, leave him the fuck alone.
So a flying.
Why is it... So why am I avoiding the snow?
That would be Redmane. Warlord Redmane.
Ah,
My eyes
I
grow
see.
wide and my pupils dilate. 12-foot knoll. I have never heard of such stories.
He's
How does
called
such
the
a knoll
Red
even go
Hand.
there?
He's called the right hand of Bedlam. You ain't prepared for him. I've seen the way you fight. You ain't prepared for him.
I
From the
tried
sound
not
of
to
things, I don't think anyone is.
I can tell.
If Bedlam wanted, he could order Nasher Redmane to take out that entire castle by himself, and he could.
Huh. Okay then. It sounds like we need to go after this person that sits in the tower by themselves then, first, before we do anything.
That's gonna be hard. Nobody knows where Irina's tower is, not even Xerxes.
I don't like that.
Want my advice? You ain't gonna get to Irina right now. Save her for later.
I finish
Besides,
gluing the cracks, and I just start sanding and smoothing gently to smear it, just to make sure that it stays in the cracks.
one of you has currently a weapon in that castle you want to get back, right? He looks at Yuto.
Looks down for a moment before shyly looking up. Hmm. Not as if to say, yes, I agree.
You want to go through the armory. If any, all stats get sent to the armory. Armory is in the downstairs area, right next to the prison.
Mm-hmm. If it's just for collateral, they'll likely keep it in the armory. If it's anything personal for whatever reason, though I'm not sure why, he'll likely hold it in his own hands whenever we try to meet him.
If it's personal for whatever reason, Xerxes himself will take it and hold on to it.
All Yuto can do is just simply scowl just at the mere thought of that.
Is it personal? Are we expecting it to be personal? And looks over at Yuto.
What did you do to the man?
He just simply looks down. Like, he looks up at you with a sort of look at his eyes like you probably might laugh at him if he just simply tries to tell his own tale of woe or anything.
Simon just looks curious, tilts his head.
You just hear him mumble just a little bit.
Hate to say it, Yuto, but your story of woe ain't unique out here. Almost everybody has had a similar tale. But you said your folks were murked off by a group of folks. Can you describe what they look like?
He thinks to himself a moment. Once again, just slightly reluctant, because at first he wasn't sure whether or not to entirely trust them, with information, because he wonders whether or not they'll try to, use that information against them and probably try to kill him in his sleep or some shit like that. But considering how nice Arrow has been to him thus far, and certainly much longer than any other person who's shown rather genuine compassion or anything, he slowly builds up some nerve to try and explain just a bit about his backstory of what his parents were like before. At this point, I'll even just get my own notes just to remind myself so I can sort of describe it sort of in character.
Hell yeah.
They were both like me for the most part. My mother and father, white as snow.
I ain't talking about your parents, kid. I'm talking about the people who killed them. Remember what they look like?
He gulps, just reflecting back on the memory. Brown cloaks. It was hard to see their eyes, but various muzzles of different creatures were there. All of them hunter-assassins. Collective guilds sent out to kill my own mother. My father tried to intervene.
That sounds like the Black Star Gang. Erica says that part. The Black Stars are from the plains to the west. They're part of an infamous and very well-trained Assassin's Guild, and they don't just go after random farmers.
That would make more sense when my father said before. Mother always says to always look up at the shining stars in the sky. But my father would always intervene with, just make sure never to look towards the black stars. I never understood why they said that, but it's no.
If the Black Star Gang killed your parents, then I would caution you to be careful if we decide to go to the plains. And tell nobody about that encounter whatsoever. It'd be better if they thought you were dead. If you ain't wrong, the Black Stars are... I'll be honest, kid. Nobody here believes that they exist. They think they're boogeymen.
He just scowls once more, but he's not angry towards anybody or anything. He's just simply looking down, just reflecting on those that he's always tried to ask for help before. He remembers times when he would always offer or ask for in his much younger years now. He would always ask for shelter from others and everything. He'd either be just most of the time you get the typical blind eye turned towards him or anything, or just people would just I guess probably scoff at him and say so and so killed my parents. But he would always be laughed at, say, it's all just they don't exist and everything. Just every fucking time. They always say that. They never believed me. He just sighs heavily, almost dejectedly.
If it makes
There's a reason why they don't.
I believe you.
You go first. There's a reason why we call them boogeymen. Nobody believes that they exist because they don't leave any evidence. No footprints, No weapon marks, nothing.
I've been trying to track them down and also simultaneously hide from them for years. It hasn't been a walk in the park, to say the least.
If you want to track them down, my advice would be to likely speak with the Black Knight when we get back to the main city. The right hand of the Shogun is rumored to have once been a member of the Black Star Gang.
Oh. Black Knight, huh? He just contemplates for a moment. He's been searching for answers for however long, almost all his life. And with him being just barely in his 20s, like, it's only a matter of time before he has to find somebody who has some answers. And hearing that from the boar and everything, just hearing all this, it's like, maybe there's hope yet, he thinks to himself. And he just simply looks up and silently nods his head at him, as if to show that he's understanding.
Erica and Brutus look towards each other, and then they look towards Simon. But it seems like you got a job to do before you can go back to the city, right? Brutus says.
Well, Simon, do you agree with them?
Do I agree with what? I apologize, I was having a trauma flashback.
You have weird trauma.
You're going to be dealing with if you want to be going back to the city, you got to deal with the job that they gave you first. Don't think they'll be too cooperative wanting to give you information if you don't do what they told you to do, right?
I don't understand why this is a question for me, personally. I have opinions, and I'm not sure you want to hear them.
Brutus shrugs, and then he points towards the east where you have the 3 captives. We're going to do with them.
Well, I can't keep shelling out of pocket to pay for everybody, so I thought I might try and recruit, I think one of them was an archer? I think I might try to recruit them, but then I'm not certain to do with the other 2.
Yeah, you're generous and all, boss, but I don't think you can pay for every single one of us that's down in our luck in this game. You're not going to be able to buy out that kind of loyalty, is a good way to put it.
Very true. As much as I would love to, I don't quite have that in funding.
So if you want the bandits out here to stop, being bandits, you gotta come up with a solution for our food problem. There are a few solutions, Erica says. The main thing causing the food shortage has been, well, for some reason, several farms have been getting attacked and ransacked. Perhaps you should look into that after you've dealt with Xerxes.
I wonder, do you think those 2 fine gentlemen would be willing to go out and scout for a sort of one-time job?
All of us know these forests inside and out. You could easily do that, yeah.
Well, I suppose I'm up to bat then. And he pauses, looking at the others.
Simon,
Yes.
actually, maybe this is my chance to help. I mean, I do, although I have been, I am no longer of a noble family. I was raised in a noble family, so I might be able to put a little outlay for this scouting mission.
Get them on board, give them food. Or give them money to buy food.
I think I could do that.
All right, what are we talking for funds here, Hiroshi? How much are you going to send me over there with? Unless you would like to talk to them yourself.
I think let me take I think I can I think I would like to have a talk with them.
let us head over together then.
All right.
Excuse
Take
me.
Erica with you.
Ah, wonderful. Please and thank you, Erica.
And Erica will follow along.
Curious to see what's
Then-
going on. Yuta will follow as well, like only just part of the way.
Simon, who's
Cassandra
taller, looks over Hiroshi's head.
Cassandra looks over Asami and she says,
Oh.
"Go along with them. I'm going to stand watch with Brutus here. We're going to be setting out soon."
Okay.
Simon trundles over and starts scooping out bowls of stew for these 3 people.
Hiroshi kind of waits until Simon comes back over with the bowls of stew.
Excuse me, pardon me. Hello, who's
Brett?
hungry?
All right, so at this point in time, the bruises have healed up a little bit after having a little bit of rest over the night, but they're still bound up. They're basically tied back to back to a thick wooden post, and the archer is just sitting in the cage. Neither of them look up at any of you.
Well, I will set a bowl down. Can I fit this through the bars in the cage?
You can.
Okay, and I will slide it so it's in her line of sight.
His.
The panda is a man. Got it.
The raccoon is a man, yes.
That's a raccoon. Okay. Maybe I should zoom in. Then I
Raccoon.
might be able to see.
It's a raccoon. meet halfway. It's a raccoonda.
Raccoonda.
Oh my god.
I swear to Christ.
So it's a red panda. Got it.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Simon will sit
Pain.
down.
So- And before he does anything else, because they're still kind of beat up, Hiroshi will, kind of tend to each of them. Basically kind of working to dress their wounds and make them at least a little more comfortable.
All right, you dress their wounds. All right, I'm gonna need 3 separate medicine checks from you.
All right, medicine check number 1.
I would love to help, but I'm not proficient in medicine.
Give me another one.
Number 2. And number 3.
You managed to heal You managed to heal the archer up to full by bandaging him up, but the bruisers, you managed to heal one of them for a bit. They took a major thrashing because they can take a bit of a thrashing. The other one you weren't able to get as comfortable as you would prefer, mostly because they tend to be resistant to your efforts.
All right, ladies and or gentlefolk. I am certain this is not how you wish to have your life spent in a cage or tied up. I understand that you're just people. People who want to eat, who want to thrive.
There's nothing wrong with that, by any means.
I would like to hear your stories, if you're willing to tell me.
As you're talking, you see Erica walk over, and she literally cuts the bindings holding the 2 bruisers, and they just blink at Erica as they slowly stand up.
Oh, your
She
food
just
here.
eyes them. She eyes them both and gives them a nod. At seeing Erica doing that, the archer and the 2 bruisers seem to look up at the party now.
You're doubtless hungry. Here, eat, eat.
The bruisers ravenously devour the food that you brought them. The archer is a bit more timid with it. And Erica just looks over at Simon and says, "Same as with myself and Brutus. From a village, starving to death, given promises for a better future by Bedlam, and then eventually joining forces with Xerxes, since he used to be used to be a lord out here
Oh, I
before the
see.
shogunate disowned him after he went rogue.
I see. I see.
If I may, Simon,
By all means.
uh, you two gentlemen here, the larger folk, who were just tied to the post. We'd like to speak to you about a mutually beneficial arrangement.
They look
Uh,
at you and they're listening.
we've been told about the issues with the farms in the area. I'm sure you're aware of those.
Yeah, it is. Randomly just dried up one day.
We'd like to offer to pay for your provisions for you to scout out the farms and see what we would be dealing with for us to take care of those farms for you to make sure that you and all of your people have the food you will need to survive. Therefore, you no longer needing to go out and rob to get the food you need. How much would it take to provide you the provisions for that job?
10 days rations for each of us.
10 days rations? I'll provide you. Would you have a place where you could buy those without much trouble?
We're wanted men. I doubt there is any place we could buy them from.
We actually have a solution for that. I say, scrolling, trying to find my goddamn maps. Are you familiar with Hunter Village?
We are, yeah? It's a fishing village on the coast.
It is. We have a few individuals who are currently hanging out there, sort of making sure that it stays safe. A lizard-like one who's all tarnished, coppery, tealy, sort of. They can guarantee your safety in that village and give you, or, go in and buy the supplies for you if you should so desire instead.
And we could send word that you're coming.
Yes.
We can send.
Indeed.
Yes. In fact, I would be willing to provide a signed letter to you that you are providing services on our behalf.
In that case, why not?
How much would you need, and how much would it cost to hire you for this task?
They said 10 days rations.
Yes.
He's trying to negotiate.
Yes. How much would that cost?
Just talking this job, 5 gold each.
Done. He pulls out his money pouch and provides 10 gold coins to the bruiser in front.
Make sure you split that evenly
Bruiser.
between the two of you. Just saying.
Yes.
The bruiser takes the money, hands half of it to the other one, and they both nod. We'll send a missive to Honto Village when we find word.
Yes. And also, he takes a piece of parchment from his pack, writes out a note signed by himself and provides it to the bruiser in front. Give this to the lizard gentleman in the village, and he will make sure you are protected and taken care of when you arrive.
Simply ask for Matty, and the rest will solve itself. They're usually passed out in the middle of a street somewhere. The bruisers both nod as they make their way out of the camp. And now you only have just the archer left, who is standing now in the cage with their arms crossed.
Simon will look at them and say, "Don't worry, you haven't been forgotten, but we have a little bit of a different opportunity for you. I would like to gainfully employ you. Essentially, you just travel with us, ensure that our camp is unspoiled, or perhaps do a little bit of scouting should we need it. But we would prefer if you, made sure of your own safety. We would provide your meals for you, of course. What say you to that? Do you have a family to send money back to?"
Give me a persuasion check, Simon. Can't guidance this one.
18.
You see this raccoon sitting there looking at you, Simon, as he looks between you and Erica, and then looks back at you, Simon. You got Erica with you, so you might have the right gibs and jibs for it. You know what? I'll take you up on your offer with one small caveat.
Oh, what's your caveat?
So you keep your word and deal with what's causing the farmers to go out of their shortages. Sister died because we didn't have any food for her.
As they're
That's a
speaking,
reasonable way.
Hiroshi kind of comes over to the side and unlocks the door of the cage.
Simon offers out his hand for a handshake.
The archer just pushes the cage door open, steps out, and he takes the hand and shakes it firmly.
Wonderful. What is your name?
He looks down for a moment, looks back up at Simon. Don't remember.
Would you like a new one, or would you like to come up with one on your own?
Just call me Long Shot for now.
Very well. Find whatever equipment you need in the camp. Otherwise, we shall be moving out at some point, I believe.
I think we should probably get ready to move out now. I don't think we should stay here for another day.
I fully agree.
I agree.
Eventually, Xerxes will start sending patrols to come check out places that went dark.
I don't want to be here if he sends a patrol.
Guess we should be getting our gear on then, I say silently, as I proceed to venture to my tent with all my gear.
Yeah, Hiroshi goes back into his tent, gets into his gear, and comes out and basically...
I was gonna say, I'm assuming this one will be mine? I don't even know. Oh.
Yeah, sure.
I don't even know what. I'm passing by Hiroshi, and I just sort of stopped for a moment before I opened the folds of the tent. Oh, Hiroshi. I just turn towards him, and I just slowly, solemnly, politely bow. For the food, thank you.
It was no trouble at all.
I nod softly and smile, just like ever so slightly, but albeit with like a sigh of relief. I just go inside, and I take however long it is to for us to prepare our gear, and so yeah.
Simon is
And
waiting
as,
for Yuto, just outside his tent with his pack on.
I'm assuming I got my stuff on. We're ready to go.
Simon
I
holds
see
out the
Simon Case
mask.
towards me.
You may want to give the glue more time to set, but as long as you don't get it stuck to anything, it should be fine. Just give it 24 hours or so to cure.
I just look out. I just hold the mask. Apart from holding out for a day or so, it looks almost like when I first made it. Looks up at Simon, almost impressed. You have my thanks.
Oh, think nothing of it, darling. There was a need,
Yeah,
and I
don't-
fulfilled it.
Oh yeah, don't thank him. He gets kind of snooty when he feels like he's important.
Oh, yes, long shot. As a point of order, the Kitsune, you don't work for them. You don't have to take any of their sass. If they talk to you, feel free to just ignore them.
I look towards Saiba, just like sort of side talking. I take it you put up with the Kitsune's jabs almost all the time.
Oh, yes. Cassandra seems to think that we'll behave if left alone in the same room.
I almost
Is it
chuckle.
quiet or are y'all pretty
Yes.
loud while saying that?
Oh, Simon's not being subtle.
Cassandra looks around and says, "You know I can hear you, yes? I don't expect you to behave if I leave you alone in the room. I'm just hoping that you two will stop trying to kill each other."
I didn't try to kill him yet.
I have never once
False.
attempted to kill her.
False, Asami. You threw Simon into a lake without first verifying if they could even swim.
Very
And then
true.
didn't apologize when they came out of the water, nearly choking on the water that you left in their body.
Very
So
true.
I don't want to hear that.
With the mask in my hand, I just like look at everyone, just with a rather confused look, almost tilted my head, turning to Simon again. Do I dare even ask about context?
No.
I have tried to be kind and nice to Asami, but they are determined to, No, I'm not going to finish that. It wouldn't be terribly polite of me. And I am indeed trying.
I think the term you're looking for is being a brat.
I don't bring
Asami.
sexual encounters into this.
I'm sorry, that got me for a moment.
And
You
Simon,
don't
please.
have to. You two
microphone
don't
cut
have
out a
to
bit, what-
like each other, but I expect you two to work together until we're done with this.
And as Yuto comes close, as they kind of start gathering up, basically with his longer ears, he just hear a little whisper from Hiroshi, almost, Hiroshi talking to himself. Kaede, Ayako, Shinji, I will find you. And
Your
pretty
microphone
much
is not picking you up at all.
Nope. So with his longer ears, Yuta would hear like
Yes.
Hiroshi like whispering to himself, Kaede, Ayako, Shinji, I will find you.
I just briefly look, along with my ears just tilting over the direction to Hiroshi. Your family.
Yes, my sister, my mother, and my father.
The story you were telling me before.
Yes.
He looks to himself for a moment, then just looks at you again. So as long as I'm with you all, seeing as how you all spare me my life, I will do my best to help you all.
Yes.
Good, because we
As
didn't
will
expect
I
anything less.
help you.
Or more.
Let's just be on our way. See here, we need to bring a Yuto in.
Hey! Where am I? I'm a ghost.
I love how we just jab at each other whenever we can.
I just talking out of character for a moment. Somebody, I think it was Simon's microphone that cut out there. It says something encounter. I'm like, what encounter were you talking about again? I'm sorry. Like after the
Oh, I
brat
heard-
comment.
it wasn't cut out. I caught it. I just didn't respond to it.
It did for me. It sounded like sexual encounter, or unless it said
Yes.
something else. Oh my god, that kind of brat. Oh Jesus.
why he
Okay,
just
in that
walked
case,
out of the gate after.
In that case, I'll add to that. Hear such a like blatant comment like that, like a flustered blush just appeared for about a second on Yuto's face. Like thinks to himself, "What in the world did I get myself into?"
That's not going to be the last time you think that to yourself, I'm sure.
We're gonna do some shenanigans. We get into shenanigans. We haven't done the age-old. Has anyone ordered some rations yet?
That was so fantastic.
Talking out of character, did someone order rations with extra sauce? No.
Oh,
No.
God.
No, it was other campaign. It's been a joke that we're gonna do it again.
Oh, okay.
As a note, as usual, Simon is about 10 feet behind the party with his crossbow loaded and in his hand. As a constant reminder, this is a bat who is visibly paranoid.
Okay, character. So I guess you could. It's probably a stupid joke, but I'm gonna say it. So I guess that makes you batshit crazy.
More like flighty. To which nobody seems to have noticed that I made a pun earlier when I said I was up to bat. Ugh, you're all disappointed.
I heard that. I didn't know that was a pun. I thought you were just talking about baseball. Oh.
God, now I gotta throw animal themed.
And I will bring up the Haku-esque reveal later. Going, by the way, I'm a boy. I am waiting for that moment to bring it up.
Simon's like, I don't know, you're made of meat. That's good enough for me.
But what if they're not? What if they're a construct?
We'll cross that
Then
bridge
s-
when we get to it. And we'll probably build it out
Simon.
of them.
I mean,
Simon over there, like, I can't trust anything anymore. We're
I
playing
mean,
is
meat is-
cake with our party.
I mean, meat is involved. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey yo.
Is it cake?
A meat
Oh,
cake?
good lord.
All right. As you guys are traveling, and you're just talking and chatting, and you're following along the map. All right, I'm gonna need a perception check from everybody.
Okay.
Oh,
this is where I
yay,
bring the.
perception check.
This is where I bring up the awkward moment. How do I bring up my stat sheet again?
Oh,
B.
it
Don't.
undid my morning spell here. Hold on.
You don't. That's the fun part.
There we go.
Oh, C. There we go. Okay. As the perception checks we're doing.
I ain't found shit.
Perception.
Okay, perception.
Read
The
them
ye
and
old
weep,
comb
baby.
The ye old comb the desert. Man, why we always get the pick?
Oh my god. Oh yes, that one.
Spaceballs, man. It's such a dumb movie, but I love it.
I know. I can't wait to see how Spaceballs 2 is going to look out. I'll be genuinely upset
I
if
think
they
it's-
don't
I think it's
subtitle it The
missed.
Search for More Money. I'll be genuinely upset.
I think it's missed its chance, to be honest with you.
Aw. Oh, somebody got
Oh.
it.
Damn.
She rolled a nat 20. All right, as you guys are traveling, Simon, you pick up that the ground feels like you feel a tremor beneath your feet. And you look up, you see Cassandra's also noticed it, and you see, and you and Cassandra both push the other members of the party out of the way as the ground bursts open and something darts out nearly where you guys were just standing.
I choose
As,
Hiroshi and Yuto, or just Yuto, whoever's closest.
Yeah, Cassandra shoves Asami out of the way, and she gets out of the way herself. And you guys now see that another of a giant insectoid creature has emerged out of the forest. I'm gonna pause the music. Is it here? What is it? Where do we have it?
A giant insectoid creature. Jesus.
You guys might recognize these things if you've played D&D before.
It's a worm.
I have never played Dungeons and Dragons before a day in my life.
I've played it, but I haven't seen these ones.
My roommate from a room across. Bullshit.
I love when your roommates call you out on your dumb shit.
I can't hear you, Koo. Send it to me in a message.
So, you have encountered some NKEGs.
Well, that's not fair at all.
It's obvious, and I think it's obvious they noticed us by now.
They are fully aware of you, yes.
All right.
They
Oh,
know where you are.
initiative.
Even if you use your magic, Simon, you notice that they are completely aware of you. It does not appear as if your illusion magic can work on these.
I know, it was just a reflexive click. Something's happening, minor illusion.
If you want to try and figure out how they can see through your illusion, you can give me a nature check on your turn.
Sure.
All right,
It's
so
initiative
everybody
then?
roll initiative.
Awesome. Normal.
I clearly have advantage. Naturally. Oh, shit!
You do
Wow.
Damn!
Damn, Daniel.
But yes, Yuto, Simon is just as flexible as you are.
Looks at Simon rather impressed. Looks at rather impressed. Hard to believe that just a moment ago, like as he was trying to like run away from them before, like they were struggling to fly over and try and get me.
Yeah, Simon is Rincewind, basically, where something happens and all you see is two sandals that go plop plop and he's just gone.
They both
Okay.
roll the same dice.
Yikes. Can't wait to see what this
decided
means.
not to add them to the combat encounter for whatever reason. There they are. They are in the group.
Yeah.
There they are. Okay.
So suddenly we have the new company, Ankeg Group.
Okay.
I don't like this. I'm too far away from any. Oh, well, I might be able to use that as cover. But that's too close to them!
All right. Let's begin combat. All right, Simon. What do you do?
First, I go. Second, I would like to, I'll use my item interaction, stow my crossbow, and start going up on an angle 30 feet towards a branch in this tree over here. And I would like
I
to
will
dash.
Okay, so that's what you guys see that burst out of the ground. I posted into NPC pictures.
Oh, how lovely.
So what altitude is there a nice branch that I can
Oh, that's
sit
disgusting.
on?
I don't like that.
No. I've seen worse, but it's still pretty scary.
I would say they're about 30 feet up.
All right. So I'll set myself at 30. I'll put myself. I want to be. Okay, yeah, sure, that works there. And I am taking cover in the tree for however well that helps. And as I have used my action, I end my turn.
All right, Cassandra's turn. Cassandra doesn't know how dangerous these things are because she's never encountered them before. But she draws her scimitars and she charges the one that's closest to her. And she's going to target this one. Unfortunately, the updates to the program has done away with my other things that I had.
Oh.
Alas. So no more quick menus. So this one attacks at normal. And then this one attacks at normal. Those will both hit. She does 15 damage to this thing, and you notice it can take a fair bit of beating. And Cassandra is going to use evasive footwork to increase her AC by 6 until the start of her next turn. So her AC is now 22, and that'll be her turn. All right, this NK, this literally got attacked by Cassandra, so he's going to try and return the favor. Going to try and bite her. That one will miss. And I believe, yeah, these things only attack once. That's its turn. This NK. All right, so Simon, you have cover up in the tree. So it gives you a +2 to your AC.
God damn it. Why is it still attacking me?
So this thing tunnels. Let's see here. It moves.
No, 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 no.
Don't worry, you're out of range. However, your friends aren't nearly as lucky.
Oh, okay.
So this thing rather than tunneling, it crawls along the ground towards over here. However,
Oh, shit.
it is going to shoot it that way.
So which way is it firing?
Oh, I very briefly. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yay.
So Hiroshi, you're just barely out of the radius of this. However, Yuto, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you.
I'm refreshing because I'm noticing things are lagging a bit.
It's all good.
Oh, damn.
Woo.
So Yuto, you managed to get out of the way. However, this acid sprays out of this thing's face. It still covers your side, and you can feel it burning the side of you as you take half of this. So that'll be
Either 8 or 9. Depends on if rounding down.
you take 8 damage from acid, Yuto. If you're talking, Leo, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I had my main microphone muted instead of the Discord one.
All right, that is its turn. Yuto, it's your turn now.
Originally, I was gonna try and hide into the trees as well and everything like that, but because I ended up being, I find it ironic that I was like caught like right in the middle of the group surrounding me, but the dude still, the thing still ends up going right to the one in the middle. I'm like, damn, I guess there's no point to this now. I just even say that to myself. Guess there's no point to this now. Busting out the short sword and eyeing the thing square in the face because it's clearly gotten me with like a bit of thing. There's no way I can run away from this now. The only other option instead of flight is fight. So I just run right up to it and I begin with a short sword slash. Yeah. Alright, so and then where's the weapon attack for that?
It's your item. Just click on your item. Also,
Oh, yeah.
you can just put your token here. You can't shop inside of an enemy's token.
Sorry, it just I don't know why it let me go in there, but okay.
It's okay.
All right, and this is gonna be normal. So let's see.
All right, make sure you also target the end kick so I know how much, know if you guys can hit it.
All right.
After the session,
That'll miss.
Yuto, do you want to stick around so I can show you a few things and tips and tricks that I use to make it easy?
Yes, please. I would need to learn like a lot, so instead I don't like fumble a lot of everything and end up hindering the party or whatever.
Not a problem. I'm more than willing to stick around after.
Thanks, Simon. Yeah, so what does an 11 do?
It doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah, I figured. It's a really big honking thing. For some reason, I can't hit it.
it's that armor.
Yeah, when you go to swing at it, you go stab it. You're normally used to things when you hit them. You're used to your blade going in, but this thing's chitinous hide. When your sword connects, it bounces right off.
To Yuto's credit, he's never had to fight like of this caliber and everything. Like obviously more so creatures like slightly higher than him and everything, like big armies of like other assassins, but not as big as dude as this, let alone any worm creatures. So this is gonna be something he's really good at. He's had his work cut out for him, to say the least. Let me just see bonus actions real quick. What I could do, like I could say for later. What can I do for bonus actions? Not much, really.
Cunning action.
Huh? Oh, cunning action?
Action.
Do you have a dagger?
What? I think I do.
You could probably bonus offhand attack. I don't think you would add your stat modifier to it, though. If I'm
You could
remembering correctly.
disengage for free at that point.
Cunning
Yeah,
would
it's true.
also
I
be
could-
disengage.
Cunning action
Cunning
is
action.
disengage, yeah.
Cunning
Yes, it
action,
does. It does.
disengage.
Sweet, and then I can do some extra movement away from it. Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm gonna need to rethink my strategy. Bonus action, disengage, please.
Yep, and you can move away using the rest of your movement.
Yeah, so you moved
Rest of my
5,
movement?
So you have 25
Oh,
feet
move up to-
left.
25 feet. Okay, so right up to about
10, 15, 20, 25.
here. Just passing right, Hiroshi. I hope we have something that can take down these things, Hiroshi. And that shall be my turn.
The end turn button in the combat encounters.
Oh, and terms.
Yep.
There we are.
Beautiful.
I need to fix your token here for a moment, Yuto, because you are small. So I need.
I mean, I am a
to-
rabbit, folks, though.
There we go. And here. Let me just bring it down to there. Oop. There you are. You are small. Now you are small.
Ah, cute.
All right. See here, Asami, is your turn.
I'll say real quick. I know if Aleph-Mom were seeing this dark, like he would just be roll on the floor laughing, just like you just shrinking me just right out, like if it tootie cutie. I could just hear him saying that.
Fred, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to decide what to do because it's unharmed, injured. We step up and we go for the. Where is it? Okay. Go for the single unarmed strike.
That'll hit. Full damage.
It's not much, but I make it work.
Nice.
A little
And
bit
then we're
helps.
gonna. And then my bonus action, is a flurry of blows.
All right, go for
Flurry of blows. That takes me back to the first campaign.
it.
Sami over here speed bagging this thing. Thuk, 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 thuk. Okay, okay.
first one will hit. Roll damage.
Blap.
Alright. Roll a second attack.
Ooh.
That'll also hit. Roll damage.
Blap. And I'm going to need it to
Activate the ability if you're using a different ability.
well no,
Fucking
this is
skip.
part of this is part of my stuff.
Yeah,
This
I
one.
mean if you're using. There we go. All right, which of the three are you trying to use?
Topple, which is what it linked with the DC 13 saving throw.
All right. It
I swear to
succeeds. That was a nat 20.
I know. I can see the dice.
So it resists your attempts to knock it over.
That's everything.
It says whenever you hit an attack target with a flurry of blows, you can also make use of that.
So you can
Yep.
do 2?
Yes. Would you like to try a second topple attempt?
I will try a second topple attempt.
All right, we roll again.
There it goes.
And it
Oh.
fails, so it is knocked prone and collapses to the ground. That'll be the first attempt to topple it. It resists. The second time you actually knock it down. Hiroshi, it's your turn. These are the biggest insectoid monstrosities you've ever seen in your life.
So he kind of looks towards both of them. You know, sees that. You know, first he sees like, you know, Cassandra go towards one. Then he sees Yuto go towards the other, and his sword just completely bounce off it. And then Asami starts speed bagging it. So then, and then knock it over. So basically, Hiroshi turns towards the one that that Cassandra is attacking, and he concentrates, and basically a let me make sure here. And I'm just gonna
It
check
also
one
affects
thing.
allies if you cast it on top of Cassandra, just to let you know.
So we'll just, as long as it's anywhere within the cube, correct?
Mhm.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Okay.
Every creature in the cube has to make the saving throw.
Yep.
Okay,
So
there you
he's
go.
going to cast Fairy Fire.
See what happens.
Hey.
They failed. Barely failed.
So basically, this monster starts to glow like bright purple, so it like cannot hide anywhere.
Oh, glows bright purple, you say. Glows bright
Yes.
purple, you say.
Yes,
They can do that.
it can do that.
Or
And
how...
while, go ahead.
So how much, how... I was going to say it's going to do this.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Look at
All
that.
right, and then while he's concentrating on that and holding his hand up, you know, towards that, the creature, that insectoid creature, his other hand he raises towards Yuto and says, "By Amaterasu's light, be healed."
Ooh.
Oh, whoops.
What is it?
So
You
you
get
get
healed
healed
for
for 7.
Which I've already applied.
Excellent.
And that is the end of my turn.
Yuto just briefly feels like this nice, like, healing pulse, like, throughout his body and everything like that. He just gets, like, a brief sigh for a moment, like, my gosh, what was that? Because obviously, keep bear in mind, he's had to, like, do, like, his own healing remedies, like, for a living and everything like that, being on his own. He's never encountered healing magic like that before, ever.
All right, I will do doing something else here. Is that these two will be here, present battlefield. They will not be in the encounter. However, at any point, Simon can call for them to join in.
Nope.
So that will be a special ability that only Simon has access to, where Simon can call in reinforcements during a battle, where either Brutus or Erica can join in.
I will keep that in mind, but I don't want to because I don't want to lose my XP.
Yep. So I'm just throwing them there so you know that they're there as allies if you need them.
All right.
Gotta get that
Speaking of,
grind.
Simon, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'd like to try and figure out what the fuck these things are.
Give me a nature check.
Alright. I'm gonna cover my eyes. I don't know what the fuck
That was
these
not
are.
a, that was not a good idea, cover your eyes.
You know, fuck all.
I don't know what these are. Was that my action?
That was a bonus action.
Bonus action.
You
Excellent.
can try again. You can try again with your action if you wish.
Oh, absolutely. I was gonna shoot the
And
one
you're
that's glowing, but nah.
I was gonna say, you're desperate to try and figure out what the hell those things are. With that nat 1, you basically had a bit of trauma again.
Yep.
As you look at these things, Simon, you realize that these things from your times on Faerun are called ankegs. These are burrowing carnivorous insectoids, but you're unsure why creatures from Faerun are on this planet, which is not Faerun. However, you realize that your illusion spell you try to cast and how they saw through it, you remember that these things have tremor sense.
Wonderful, wonderful. I will go, I've had unfortunate incidents with these before. They are ankegs, they're burrowing carnivorous insects. They have tremor sense, so I don't know how well hiding will work, but, rather like the owl bear, I'm not entirely certain why they're here. Good luck!
And it's Cassandra's turn again. Cassandra is going to basically do the same thing as before. However, now she has advantage in all of her attack rolls. And she rolled the same number twice on that
Oh,
one.
no.
Sings again.
Hey!
That's better.
That one will hit. And she does 8 damage to it. And much like before, she is being evasive as a motherfucker. Her AC will be increased by the same, so I'm not even going to bother changing her AC. So you see her swing twice, and then she immediately gets into evasive. You notice that she is doing her best to just lock it down and where it's at. That is her turn. All right, this Ankeg is going to attempt to fight her again. This one attacks at normal.